Buzz. Bird here on the Becky Show. My boy Big John Lawson.
You know you done messed up, right? You messing with them boys. Let's go. Welcome to Tobacco Talk, y'all. It's Big John here.
Old Berg over here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're back at it for another one again. What you say, old bird?
I can't say it. I just come off a big weekend, the Nashville Pipe Meetup. Had us a great old time down there. And couldn't ask for a better weekend.
Yeah.
Got to meet some new people, some old friends. Good tobacco. Just had a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really wish I could have made it down there this year. That always something for next year. Definitely looking forward to it. It looks like y'all had a good time down there. Smoked on some Cubans.
We did.
Yeah.
Cuban cigars. Got to smoke some nice Cubans and eat some good food. Uptown's treated us nice, and Crown Cigars treated us real good.
Oh yeah.
It was a great weekend.
Oh yeah.
I want to shout out a couple people from the Pipe Meetup.
Yeah, go for
Jake
it.
Nelson. Go check him out. He's a YouTuber.
Mm-hmm.
And the Beardless Gnome, Joe. Go check him out.
Mm-hmm.
And Michelle Baruch. We'll put him down in the bucket. Fine feller. Newbie. All three of those were new guys and came down and drove a long ways to party with us and have a good time. And I appreciate them coming and wanted to shout them out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, what you smoking on there tonight, old buddy?
I am chooching on a little bit of Boswell's
Northwood
Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Some mighty good stuff. A gift from Fred. What's his name?
Uncle Butter.
Uncle Butter. I couldn't think of it all of a sudden. I dumbed up. Uncle Butter. I see Uncle Butter so much that I call him Fred, and I forgot his YouTube name.
Yeah,
Uncle Butter.
He's got the #1 hair in the YTPC now.
Yeah, he's got the big hair.
Yeah.
He sure does. What kind of pipe you chooching tonight there, old buddy?
Choosing on that Dragon Briar.
Oh, nice.
That Alec gave me with some HH Dark Fired.
Nice.
Yeah, it's tasty. Alex said that was the one blend he recommended, worked real well in this pipe, and this is
Alex. Alex is a good friend. I've met him in Chicago this year, and great guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm chooching a Jake Hacker.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second pipe made 2018, I think, might be 17.
Mm-hmm.
2017. The second pipe made 2017. Second pipe. Salam had this made for me. And he's got #1 made in 2017. This is the OMS special.
Look at it.
This is a champ, buddy. It will smoke 'em, buddy. It will.
Yeah, buddy.
Big old bow. Oh my God.
Look on to it.
Just look on to it. She's a beaut. That famous Jake Hacker tree bark rustication he does. Saddle bit. Beautiful pipe.
Well, you know, buddy, it's something close to the reason why we started doing this is always trying to teach somebody, always trying to learn. You being a little bit more of an experienced pipe smoker, and me being a newbie to the game, really. I mean, haven't been at it too long, And we always try to make sure that somebody learns something. And I think tonight we'll talk about a couple of things that, mistakes new pipe smokers make,
All right.
And see what you got over there. Throw some wisdom at me.
Well, just from experience, I think one mistake newbie makes is packing their bowl too tight.
Mm-hmm.
You want to pack it. You want it to feel like you're drinking water out of a straw when you're trying to light her up. You don't want it so tight that you can't get any air through there. It's just not going to work. I think that's one mistake that I made in the beginning.
Yeah.
And another mistake, starting out with most start out with aromatics. Aromatics that are cased way too heavy. You'll get tongue bite so fast off of that. I would recommend starting out with a light aromatic or English or maybe a Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Virginias will bite you too, but I think those heavily cased blends will just tear your tongue off if you're not careful. I think that's one. Two things that newbies, or at least I experienced as a newbie.
Yeah, and I tell you what, buddy, on those two things right there, the packing too tight, most definitely you'll run into that a lot, because I think when they go online and they go on YouTube or the forums, everybody talks about the 3 levels and how to pack the pipe. And I think sometimes they confuse that a little bit too much, because they'll press down that first layer too tight.
Yeah.
And I know I did. And that leads to a lot of other problems, I think. Especially you throwing some wet, goopy mess down into a pipe, then packing it too tight. Then you pulling on it like crazy.
Yeah.
So a pipe cleaner can only pray over a pipe cleaner so much. It's not gonna fix all the world's problems in that pipe,
Mm-hmm.
So
I think they sometimes mistake tamping with packing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to use your tamper after you've got it lit on your char lid, and as it's burning down, you want to keep it tight but not too tight.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people make especially on their Virginias, they want to just try to pack it down. You want to gently, I usually just pack the sides, kind of go at it at a small angle, just lightly tamp it down as I'm going.
And I tell you something,
and keep it lit.
Something I picked up just recently, and I don't know if it's got anything to it, but it was an old pipe miner. Pipe miner said that when he was in Kansas City at the slow smoke competition, the gentleman that did the best in that competition, he said he noticed that when he tamped his pipe, and I got Pipe Miner's tamper here, beautiful little tamper. He noticed that when he tamped his pipe, he twisted the tamper just a little bit. And I tell you what, I don't know if there's something to it, but it seems to work a little bit better for me that I've been doing it. Now I got to try it out a little bit more, but I don't know if anybody in the community has heard anything about that. Leave a comment down there. Leave a message to us. See if that's something that you do or heard of that works for you.
Yeah. Another thing is a pipe gurgling. Now, from my experience, if you slobber too much or it's getting good to you, that more than likely you're going to get a gurgle. And I think that's where a lot of gurgle comes from. People don't realize it, but their saliva is really getting good to their own mouth, and a lot of saliva going on there, and they get in it. You don't realize it. It don't take much to make a pipe gurgle. That moisture getting down in your pipe really quick, and causing it to gurgle. They blame the pipe a lot of times. I think it's just a newbie, just maybe slobbers a little bit on it, you might say, you know. And
do you think
just
that's,
be careful with that.
do you think that that's got anything to do with more? I'm with you on that. I think it has a lot to do with because when I first started smoking, it was so delicious that especially English, like the first Englishes I got, I mean my mouth was watering. So, you know, I knew that I was putting too much down into that pipe. But when you're newer and you're not thinking about it, I think it'll run on you a little bit. But I tend, on a pipe like this, I don't notice it as much. But on that bent pipe, I mean, I got to get a pipe cleaner out, because if it's something that I really like, it's just down there gurgling and that can be bad on your pipe, can it? Like if
well, I don't know. As long as you dry it out, I think you'd be fine. You know? Keep your pipe. I've had several pipes that I really like gurgle on me, depending on what I'm smoking, you know. And I just keep me a pipe cleaner handy, and one time usually, and that gurgle's over with the whole pipe. So maybe I'm still doing it wrong and causing it. It could be the tobacco, it could be the pipe, but just keep your pipe cleaner there. But I know that you do drool on when you first start, or at least I did. You'll get that gurgle, and it's aggravating to get a gurgle. I think it's one of the most aggravating things is have a good pipe, a good tobacco, and you got a gurgle. You know?
And it, you know, that flavor gets off on you. I always say that when I'm teaching a newer guy to smoke or whatnot, or he's asking me any tips, I say, you know, anytime you smoking good, you got a good char light and you're going after it. And then when you get to that point where you start getting a little bit of an off flavor and it's getting good to you because you done pulled on that sucker way too hard, run that pipe cleaner on through there and you'll pull out like a mop. It'll be a mop head when you pull out there.
Yep. Another thing I noticed I did, and I'd like to warn people about, and I didn't know until I was talking to Joe Davis as a new pipe smoker, and this may sound, you know, to everybody that knows about it, something, you know, taking your stem off while it's hot. Some people, instead of running a cleaner through there, they want to take their stem off. Never take your pipe apart while it's hot. Always let her cool down. Do not take that off while it's hot. You could run a good pipe doing that.
Now, would there be any pipes that you could do, like an army mount or any of those?
I'd say the only thing you probably could do would be an army mount. But,
okay.
I don't own an army mount.
Yeah.
I'd say don't do it as a newbie. You know, I can't answer that question because I don't know. I guess I should have checked on that. I'd say an army mount would be okay, but
and that's, you know,
I'm not for sure.
We got a whole community for that, you know, and they hit us up in the comments. Also, we got to get somebody in here sometime that smokes like church wardens, because that's a question that I have. How in the heck do you keep that moisture out of that big long stem on a church warden? I wouldn't even know where to start. I've never smoked a church warden. I want to eventually find a nice one. Like, I'm waiting on that OMS church warden.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it is either, but you can always hope. You can always hope.
But, you know, we're talking about tamping. Learn how to tamp. You don't want to just, you know, tamp it and put it out. You just want to lightly get that tobacco going down. And like I say, I'm kind of turning it at an angle and lightly tamping just to keep it pushed down and keep her going. But I think a lot of newbies smoke too fast.
Mm-hmm.
Slow down. Take your time. You won't get tongue bit. And if you got a relight, that's not a bad thing. You know, you hadn't done something wrong if you got a relight 3 or 4 times during a smoke. It probably means you're talking too much. That's usually my problem. If a pipe goes out, I'm talking too much.
Oh, yeah.
But if you got a relight, but slow down and don't smoke too fast.
I tell you, lately, I've been taking a lot of pleasure in taking my time as far as prepping my tobacco. You know, planning out, not always, you know, sometimes you just want to get a smoke in real quick, but I've been taking a chance to letting it sit out, let it dry out a little bit, definitely. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I'm going to tell you honestly, 100%. I've been taking the scissors to my tobacco lately and cutting it a little bit, just making it a little bit more even so it packs a little bit better. And I've been packing my bowls gravity fed lately and doing like you said on the last tobacco talk, packing it a little gravity fed, getting it down in there, first char, then I push it down. And I'm telling you, it's been working dreams for me.
Yeah, you can get a shredder. I think Smoky Mo bought, it's for marijuana smokers, but it's a shredder that they shred their buds with.
Yeah.
And it works great on tobacco. You won't have to have those scissors anymore. I've seen it done, and it works great. And they're really cheap, and you can get them at head shops.
Yeah.
You can order them online. They're really cheap, but
like the little grinder deals or whatnot.
Yeah. People use it for the weed now, but Mo bought one and uses it for his tobacco. You got anything you want to add?
We talked about tamping, talked about the dryness.
I'll tell you something else.
Go for it.
I think you can get too much information. You know, you get in these forums, and everybody smokes different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of ways to smoke that's perfectly fine. Your way may work great, may not work great for me. I don't want to say there's not a wrong, no wrong way to smoke a pipe, but I think you can get too much information, be overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
Listen a lot and watch, and then find something that works for you.
Mm-hmm. I think when you're perfectly 100% like that. When you first jump off into it, especially if you're jumping off into the YouTube and you're getting on a bunch of different channels and you're learning a lot of different things, and that's definitely something that's good. I mean, information is good, but you just kind of want to take your time in all things in pipe smoking, and taking your time will always equal out a better situation for you.
Yeah.
Not just that, but also jumping off into your cellar. Everybody wants that big cellar. Everybody wants everything right now. Well, financially that might not be
right.
That might not be.
From my experience, I went into it a little fast.
Mm-hmm.
Being older and kids already grown and out of the house, I got a little extra money to play with. It's just me and Miss Rhonda. And I wished I'd have slowed down and just smelled the roses a little bit. I've got a lot of blends that I've opened up 3 years ago, smoked a couple of bows, and moved on to something else that's still sitting there. I wished I'd have got to know some of these blends and just slow down a little bit and enjoy it. Enjoy a tin of tobacco.
Yeah. And that's what you tell me all the time. I'll have something nice sitting over there, and you'll say, "Go open it," and I'm looking at you like, Yeah,
I'm bad about opening up one. Sit on it, finish a tin. Finish a half a tin. I'm bad about smoking a bow or two, and then somebody give me a tin or find a tin that I've never had. Can't wait to open it up and try it. Now I've got 150 blends opened up,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Look behind me, all these are open.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got it sitting everywhere.
Well, what we got going on in the YTPC, old buddy?
I wish I'd have done a little more investigating
Well,
on what's going on.
I tell you what, me too. I'm a little unprepared myself, but we're gonna keep it moving. I know that there's a great new resource out there that everybody can check out, and if you check it out, it's on thebriarreport.com, and you don't have to remember all these dates anymore now, because they got a thing on there called the Briar Report Magazine. And the Briar Report Magazine has a new calendar feature that has everybody's giveaways on the calendar feature.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. And they got Bluefin Piper, I believe, is Andrew Sirigliano is November 3rd, his giveaway. My giveaway is November 3rd. And they've got a couple other people going on. I think the Bearded Welshman's got something going on. I think there's a couple other people got a couple things going on. So check out that Briar Report.
Briar Report Magazine.
Mm-hmm. It's got some cool features on it. It's got like a video of the week type of situation. It's got it's got the gauze going on. It's another resource for our community that's real nice. They do a good job over there. They knock it out the park, and I appreciate everything they've done.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on it right now. Yeah, go check out the Briar Report magazine.
Oh, yeah.
Looks really cool.
Any channels you've been watching lately, new channels?
Well, I've, with Nashville going on and some other things, I can't think of anybody new except the people that we shouted out last week.
Yeah.
I hadn't had time to watch the 5 on Friday. Ghost Cobb, I hadn't watched his video yet.
Yeah.
Like I say, I'm a little unprepared today. The Danny Shore benefit's over. They had a lot of winners. I think Mel Harris won. I think Mo won something.
Yeah.
Do you know anybody else that won that?
There was I'm trying to think. Four-Eyed Piper, I think, won.
Did he?
Yeah, I think either Typing Piper or Four-Eyed Piper, one of them won a couple tens or whatever, and they did some nice shout-outs for everybody that participated, and I think they had a real good giveaway. It was real smooth and everything, so that was nice. But yeah, check out the old Fine 5 on Friday. Old Ghost Cobb, he'll put out and get you on any new channels that's popped up or anything like that. That's a awesome YTPC resource or whatnot. Go give him a sub. Check him out. That Fine 5 is
I'll tell you somebody else that's got a kind of like the 5 Find on Friday. That's Wharf Valley Boy. He does a Friday 5 something. What is that? What he calls it? But I check them both out. He's over in the UK. He's usually got maybe the same on a couple, but some different ones. So check him out too on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see if I can find some info here on the. Last week we was wanting to talk about some pipe makers in the community. Did we do that? Did we? Some new pipe makers. We didn't mention that last week, did we?
Well, I think we touched on it, but I don't think we got off into it as far. Go ahead. Well,
I just want to shout out some. Joe Davis is, I call him the poor man's artisan. He's got affordable pipes, and I own 4 or 5 of his pipes, and awesome prices, awesome pipes, and the Bayou Guru, Jason Moton.
Mm-hmm.
He's new at the pipe making, but you couldn't tell it by looking at his pipes. He is hitting some home runs and staying busy. And he's on Instagram, the Bayou Guru, Jason Moton. Moton, I think I'm saying that right. And he's on YouTube. Check him out.
Yeah.
You also got Chris, the pipe miner.
Yes, sir.
He's new and coming, and he was working on a mortar with a what kind of stem did he have on it? Cumberland stem.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful pipe. Don't know if he's finished with it or not, but check him out, Pipe Miner.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some videos of him making a few pipes. And is there anybody else?
Well, I can't think of any pipe makers on right now, but I know that a person I'd like to shout out, if you're looking for any nice personalized valet trays, Silent Wisdom Experience.
Yeah.
He does the leather trays and accessories. I know Tall Ass Piper, Gabe, is working on some trays. He's sending me out one with a tamper or whatnot. I'm waiting on that. So
this is Chris's work right here. He made for me.
Yeah. Just beautiful.
I mean, good work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, check out Silent Wisdom Experience on YouTube. He makes all kinds of leather stuff, not just trays, but
oh yeah. Well,
check them boys out. Check them out.
Yes, sir. Well, YTPC, we'd like to thank you for coming through and spending some time with us, talking about tobacco and all things, air pipe smoking and whatnot. Come on back, Citispell. We're gonna have a couple more episodes coming for you, and we're out.
We're out. We are